Hey everybody, Android Authority here. What's going on, everybody? And I'm here with Mr. CyanogenMod himself, Mr. Steve Kondik. Now, first of all, I would love to just shake your hand. Congratulations on a successful launch today. Everything was great.
It's been pretty crazy,
Yeah.
to put it mildly, for the last few months, and it's really awesome to finally be able to talk about what we've been working on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I understand everyone's probably pretty tired and whatnot, so I'm not going to try to take up too much of your time. But obviously, the coverage of the OnePlus One is going to be absolutely crazy. You're going to hear a lot about the phone already, I'm sure, watching the videos on the channel already and whatnot. So I wanted to start off by talking about CyanogenMod itself. So 11S being built specifically for the OnePlus One. But what made you want to create a specific version for this particular device?
Well, it's not necessarily that it's a specific version for this device, but it is the launch of a new direction for what we've been thinking about. You know, we're geeks. You know, we like things to be very, very functional and very simple and very clean. Now that we've made this leap and formed a new company, we have the ability to really put some effort into making really high-end design, as part of this really solid technical base that we already have. Yeah. We released the initial version of like our new theme engine, which is super powerful. We've had the capability for a long time, but this new version is it's incredibly powerful. And on this device, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff to go with that.
You had a version on the Oppo N1. Was the journey to the OnePlus One very different from the journey that you took to make it to the Cyanogen version of the Oppo N1?
So the work we did for the N1 was it was an enormous amount of bug fixing, an enormous amount of polish to take this sort of thing that we had never really put through the paces of certification with Google or anything like that, and pull it all together. And since we did that, we really improved the quality of the software, and we gained a lot of new abilities to start to take it in a new direction. With this device, we had a little bit of say about what's going into the device, and we had a very specific plan of what we were going to do, and I think it turned out pretty well. Still a lot of work to do before. We're pretty much gonna. The good thing about software is you can pretty much take it up to the wire. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty happy so far.
Wonderful. So you were talking about choice when it comes to CyanogenMod as an operating system, as a user interface and whatnot. With that philosophy in mind, what made you guys gravitate to OnePlus One, which, as recent reports have been saying, or recent commentary have been saying, has a bit of an attitude of its own, right. Especially when it comes to choice and whatnot, right. Never settling, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we like them because they're very much a startup, just like we are. Same sort of attitude. They see that there's a need for some change in the industry, and I think we can provide it together. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about OnePlus specifically now, did you guys have a say in, because we understand that the software side of things, obviously, it's what we see on the surface. Did you guys have a hand in any of the hardware side of things as well? What did the collaboration look like between the two of you?
We didn't do the hardware design. We gave some recommendations on a few things, and we wanted the stereo speakers on the bottom, a few other things, and some we got, some we didn't. I think the device itself it's pretty amazing.
Coming from the man himself, I will ask if you had to pitch the key software features that CyanogenMod brings to the OnePlus One, what would be the key ones that you think people should really look out for?
The new features that you're going to see are obviously the new theme engine and the new theme store. We also have built a new gallery app that connects to all your social networks at the same time, and a brand new camera app that we tried to look at the different camera apps and make it really simple to to kind of switch between the different modes you might want to use, and give you fast access to all the controls without it, kind of feeling clunky or feeling like, the things that you want to get to are buried behind too much stuff.
Yeah.
So those are some of the really big features. There's a lot of things in there that are kind of staples of CM that you should try out, like Privacy Guard, and we have some cool stuff on there like hardware assisted disk encryption and some really cool audio processing that actually doesn't eat your battery.
Yeah, that camera app, I was taking a look at the camera app myself when I was doing my hands-on. Yeah, I thought that it was very intuitive. There was a long list of features that you are able to use on there, and it was almost just a little bit daunting, but I loved that there was so much you could play with there.
Yeah, we played around with a lot of different designs. We really liked the scroll between the different views, but it got to be too much, so we sort of added like the favorites, where you can pick the favorite views that you want to use, and then they're just right there at your fingertips. Yeah.
Well, you named off a lot of great features that are in the software, at least of the OnePlus One, but yeah, software, hardware, whatever it might be, what is one thing you're super excited about with this phone?
Just the performance of it in general is awesome. It's just a great device to use. Me personally, I'm a bit of an audio geek, and we all worked really hard on the audio features on the device, and it sounds really awesome.
Awesome. All right, cool. All right, the final question that I would have to ask is, what does the future look like for CyanogenMod, with or without OnePlus One? What's it looking at?
Well, we're going to keep working on our platform. We're going to keep working on building an awesome user experience that really lets you use your phone the way you want it to work.
Absolutely. I say that was the last question because normally when I do interviews like this, I ask the very last question that I ask is, what phone are you rocking? But it's pretty obvious what is being rocked right now, and that is the OnePlus One. Well, Steve, thank you so much for your time, my man. All right, Android Authority here, and stay tuned for all of the coverage of the OnePlus One, including the great version of CyanogenMod we have in there, 11S. It is just one aspect of this great phone coming in at $299 that probably is going to get a lot of you guys excited. So stay tuned to Android Authority for all of that coverage, because we're your source for all things Android.